So there's more whānau to come, so if there's a few seats up the front here. It'd be really great for our whānau who may, have just a little bit of a hearing, difficulty and you want to hear what they're saying. Some lovely seats up the front here for you. Oh, great. So that means they don't have any hearing problems.
So you don't have to read
as long as you're open.
Get on your tongue.
Don't hear nothing yet to make it.
He tau ka wanga, he tau ka kite, he tau ka hua e. Hua te tumanako, hua te tangata, hua te oai ora e. Ngati hei mauri ora. O tapu tū, ki te mihi ki a koutou kua tai mai nei, I rongi te mahanatanga, o te karanga, o tātou tipu, te Rauhina. Nō mai, haere mai, ki te poho, o te rangatira, o tētahi manaakitanga. Manaakitanga ki te hauauru o tātou awa. Manaakitanga ki te tairāwhiti o tātou awa. Mai whakapuanaki ki ngā whitiko e nō ki te matangira. Nō reira, e te whānau I tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou. Nau mai, haere mai. Nau mai, haere mai, ki te whakamana te karanga o te wā. Ki te tautoko, me manaaki, te mahi o tātou tipuna. Kia ruia te purapura, mō tātou mokopuna. Mō tātou rangatira mō apō. Nō reira, kei a koutou, ngā waiwai tapu, kei te mihi, nau mai, I koi mai, whakapiripiri mai, kei roto a ngā motu. Nō reira, ngā raurangatira mā, o kukraua, o kukuia, tuakana, teina, tuaheni hoki. Tēnā koutou, nau mai, haere mai. Kua pai.
Te tuatahira, o tā koe mihi kia koe rā he pau, nā unei I whakatau mai te kiki rawa o tō tātou nei whare a te Rauhina. Tēnei te mihi kia koe, me ki rā ngā waiwai tapu, e tai te ahiahi nei, ko tā koe mihi kia koe, me ki rā tēnā te ahika, te Haukāinga, o tēnei o tō tātou nei Marae. Tēnā koutou. Tēnā no koutou me ki rā ngā kōrero, e tū nei, e piata nei I te tuanui o tēnei whare. Tōna tāhua hoki. Kia tui ai, kia hono mai, ngā marae katoa. E noho taha mai rā tō tātou nei awa. Tēnā koutou I whare ki hi mai rā I ena o ngā taunga kōrero. Tēnā koutou. Tētahi o ngā whakatau ki roko hea I au. Ka tū mai tēnā o ngā tangata katahi a me mai. Ko kaumātua tea. E tō ana tā rā kia. Katahi ka me mai tētahi. E tō ana te rā I te iai. Ala mai rā anawa I te ata. There was once a a great chief who said, my time is waning, my time is done. I'm too old. And then there was someone out in the audience there who says, e hika, the sun sets in the afternoon and it rises again in the morning. E mahi e toiana. Well, for me and Heta, what we're saying is our sun is setting. Very quickly with this weekend. But it's a good thing. It's a great thing. And so Heta and I are standing here. I've had the privilege of shouldering alongside with Heta from the time that you voted us in. From the passing of Te Tira Whakaemi to the time of TToTW. And the journey continues for all of us. Not just for the ones who have put their names forward, but for all of us. And what we want to say to you is we want to say thank you for the honour, thank you for the privilege, thank you for this esteemed opportunity to help to row the waka forward another time. And this weekend we've come together as a great whānau over these 4 elections to find those others who are prepared to row the waka forward for another time. And for this election it will be for the next 4 years. For the next 4 years. Unlike our Marae elections, they were for 6 years and in some cases staggered, so we've got continuity. For this one, for the TToTW representative, there will be one who will go forward on all of our behalf. And we wish that person well. But by our mere assemblage here today, what we're saying is we not only wish you well, but we will be here for you if you call us. Because that one person will noho kai te tuawhiti. There will be 7 in total who will be part of the TToTW corporate trustee. And ours will be one at the table. And what they will be reliant upon is just as we've assembled today. Hui huia kia kotahi. They will need you at times over the next 4 years. And so when the call goes out, me he mea ka karangatu, hoki mai rā. Hoki mai kia tautoko tēnā tangata e whiriwhiri ai a tatau, i nei rā. No reira kāre tōro, koe rā, ko māua nei ko Heta, e mihi atu, e mihi atu. Kai tēnā koko ngā ta whare, kai tēnā koko ngā whare. O e nā ngā whare tipuna ngā marae o tatau. O whakaki nui ārua, tēnei te mihi, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou. Huri no tēnā tātou, ka tuku mai rai a koe rā e mahi.
Mai te whaki.
Kia ora whānau, just like to say a few words. I'd like to go back and just what Namu said in our hui there about writing. My brother-in-law, he's the one that started it all about 30 years ago. And we need to acknowledge him, for the money he's done. He taught me what I know. We've had a heap of arguments, haven't we? You know, when I walked out, you know, you'd be swearing F, and I'll be doing the same thing. And the next day, we kept all calm. So we didn't hold grudges, haven't we? And that's how we got the mahi done. For you guys. And for the TWNART, I'd like to thank them for putting up with me. For our lagoon. We didn't get our lagoon back, but what we did get was co-governance and co-management over it, because the Crown wouldn't give it back. They still wanted to use it. And for the Here There Toe, well, that was in private ownership, but it's still on the card. And I would like to be a part of that group te whai kora here re tau. Because I think I've got the knowledge and I've been down that track, so I know how the process goes around. Ngā Lagoon. The Crown they were going to give us a strip of just a track, and they call their track the driver, and they were going to keep the wet bit. And Blighty came back to me and said, "Oh, bro, what do you reckon?" I said, "Nah, it's either all or nothing." So he negotiated with the Crown for us to have co-governance and co-management, which we never had before. And to me, we had accepted the offer, we can't go back. Because they would have said, "Oh, you accepted the offer, you've got to take it." But because we didn't accept the offer, I feel there's a chance for us to go back and get ownership of our lagoon. And the same as the Here Tow station, I believe we can get that back for you. And Paki Nuarua, I was representing Paki, Ewite and Namutu, not just Namutu. I was there for all of us, for all our members, on TToTW, which is right in front. And it's been a privilege working with Beauty. Him and I just clicked the first day. And we fought you guys. I mean, I've been abused, I've been accused, I've been everything. I've been there, I've done it. And got it. But you push all that aside, you just carry on and move forward. And I used to take it home to my wife. She used to tell me, "Shut up. Don't bring your stuff home." Okay, that's when I learned. So I'm just saying to the candidates, don't take that mahi home. Leave it in there. Unless your partner asks you, then you speak on it. But just a little bit like that, don't go blah blah blah, don't take it. I know. But yeah, I don't want to take up any more time, but thank you very much for the 2 years for putting up with me in the cause. Ka pai. Kia ora.
Kia ora tātou. I'm the independent returning officer facilitating this vote this afternoon. You've all heard from me at the other three processes, so I'm going to get straight into it. So we've got enough time to get all the votes in before 2 p.m. this afternoon, as we've got a few here today. So the process is going to be the same. Going to call for the candidate nominations. They will follow me to the front desk out the front, and we will do the processing of the paperwork out there, and then we'll come in, and then the candidates can present themselves to the whānau so you're able to make an informed decision. Following that, I'll prepare the vote forms and we'll take the process same of the voting from the past 3 hui. As just to reiterate from this morning, because there are a few special votes that have come in due to paperwork or online votes still sitting at the trust office, today's votes and this weekend's votes won't be announced until that is completed with the office. As Pierre said this morning, keep it separate from everyone. I'll have discussion with the office and follow that through, and we hope to have an outcome by Tuesday or Wednesday this following week, and I'll put out a release with the outcome on it that the trust will publicly notify via social media and hopefully the Wairau Star in Hawke's Bay today. So that's the process for this afternoon. And just again, thank you to the 2 trustees for allowing Port Election Services to be a part of the whānau here in Whakatau and the other whānaus that are working with me over the next 3 or 4 weeks. So that's the process. I declare the nominations open and we'll start from there. Bye-bye. Kia ora tātou, so congratulations, we had 3 candidates names put forward this afternoon. So congratulations to Pierre Munro, Elizabeth Palmer and Jane Ropiha. So the process for now is I'm going to invite the 3 candidates to speak, present themselves to the whānau in surname alphabetical order. So I invite Pierre Munro, 5 minutes to present himself. Kia ora tātou.
Kai rara te tua nui me ki rai te roro o tēnei whare, tēnei te mihi ki o koutou katoa. Koutou katoa e haumaira i a whakaki, i a iwitea, kai tēnei ngā wāhi e noho e tuana mai rai a tātou i te rangi nei te Rauhina. Tēnā koutou e tautoko mai me ki rā tai tangata mai, tai tinana mai kei runga ki tēnei o ngā kaupapa. Nunui rawa atu matata. Ko te waka e haere nei ko tātou te wairu. Ko e nei o ngā pukenga, e he ana kia tū kei runga ki tēnei o ngā tūranga, me pēnei ana kei roto i tēnā atu o ngā reo. Some of the pukenga, the attributes that are required of a role that sits at the governance table. It's a governance position that sits in amongst 6 others, who in total represent our claimant area of TToTW at the Wairu. Some of those attributes are a wee bit different to those that are required at management or at any other level. In terms of myself, I served within police for 35 years, ended up as a district commander, superintendent, in charge of both Whakatau district and at a latter time of Wellington district. I was part of the police governance structure at executive level for 12 years. I'm the chair of the Medical Alert Foundation of New Zealand, and I have been deputy chair of TToTW at the Wairoa since 2016. The vision that we have for TToTW at the Wairoa, I've mentioned it several times over the last few days. Tiro hia ki te ao e te whatu mokopuna. See the world ahead through the eyes of our moko. And if you do that, it's a different world that we see today. If we're not inclined to build a world, then there is no legacy for those of the future. We are seeing some of the symptoms of that today in terms of climate change in particular. We have to change that. We have to work with the other 6 who will be on the governing board to influence that from TToTW at the Wairoa. Uncle Bill talked this morning about 100 million. It's not just about the money. The money is useful and helpful if we leverage it in the right way. So yes, TWNART has set up a corporate structure. It will have 5, or shortly it will have 5 directors on that. One of them comes from home. Their role is to use as much of that TToTW governance people give to them to exercise and to bear fruit in the terms of money for us. 60% of whatever they bear in revenue will stay there for further investment. So exponentially we grow. 40% of it will come back less operating expenses to be distributed back just as we've received our first distribution for Whakatau. We have 352,000 sitting in the account. As of December this year, there will be a further distribution if you want it. There will be one more in 2020 if you want it. In total, that's over $1 million. And that will carry on according to the revenue bearing from the commercial board. Part of this is about the reality of today. Part of it is about the opportunities that sit with us and the realities of the future that we manufacture or we work off that. The realities of today, well, we see that every day in Wairoa. We see that we have less that is given either from Tairāwhiti or from Kahungunu, down this way. We're the poor cousins that sit on the fringe of both. And as we see around our environment, whether it's about economics or any other part, we see what's happening and we're not getting what our fair share is. This board, TToTW to Wairoa, and your position is about bearing fruit for us here. That's changing the realities of today. The opportunities within our deed of settlement, within our legislature, there is more than just money. That's financial. We've got cultural redress in there. We've also got social economic revitalisation strategies in the terms of relationships with at least 5 government agencies. If our government board works well, it will drive and it will leverage off those agencies like MBIE, Ministry of Business, Innovation and Employment, Ministry for the Environment. There are 3 others. Our one is to push and leverage and work through them so we don't spend our money, we spend their money. And that's to make changes here, which is about the realities that we need to shift from today. So those are the opportunities, and I've just heard that phone go ding! Hoi anō e ko tā koe tūnei. I'm keen to support the waka if you vote in terms of support for me. Nō reira, ngā tō pito te wharena. Tēnā koutou.
Kia ora, Piri. I'd like to invite next Elizabeth Palmer to present with her kōrero.
Tēnā tātou. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Elizabeth Palmer, or better known as Liz. I'm not a pound of butter, but I am the cream on the top. So hopefully to be the cherry on that cream. I have been involved in the treaty claims for Te Wairoa for going on 10 years. I started, 8 years. I started in town with the kāhui in town, Te Wairoa Tapukaro, Cluster 2, been supporting that crew in town. But flicking in and out of Whakatau and the town kāhui. So I've got extensive knowledge, experience in the treaty claim process, bringing it up to pretty much where we are today. When Piri and Heta took over in 2016, I was part of the support crew, the committee tautoko as such, with Naomi, myself and Bob Solomon. I'd just like to mihi to my tipuna and koe and karaua that have passed. It's the reason why we're here, to carry on that mahi. And just this morning I got a message to stand, although I've been telling my whānau that I'm not standing, but so I've basically listened and just see how it goes from there. My future aspirations for our kāhui, Te Whakatau Nui Arua, is the health and well-being of our whānui. Through the SURS program that Piri just brought up not long ago, the social economic revitalisation strategy that we're going to be being part of, and this is where we're going to need all your whakaaro to help us get that going. But yeah, my other aspirations is the health and well-being of our tangata, our whenua and our wai. Those have been my passion to make good or make it better than what it is now, moving forward, and being on this vehicle, TToTW, or Te Wairoa, should help. Now, Pierre pretty much mentioned everything that needs to be done, because Wairoa has always been, has always missed out on pūtea, because Tairawhiti has all the pūtea and all the way up the coast, and then Hawke's Bay, Kahungunu, which is pretty much from Napier down to Dannevirke. So Wairoa's always missed out on pūtea, so hopefully our TToTW board can leverage on that government funding, not our funding, not TToTW's, but the government funding it, and there's heaps out there. So yeah, that's my vision for us, for Te Whakatau Arua, and for the whole of Te Wairoa actually. And that's what I've been doing, pretty much working for everyone, not just my marae, not just my kāhui, but Te Wairoa. So yeah, I'll just end on that note. Kia ora. Ngā mihi nui kia ora.
Kia ora, Elizabeth. And last not least, I'd like to invite Jane Ropiha to present.
Tēnā tātou, e rauranga tira mā, e raro te maru o tēnei whare, kai te mihi, kai te mihi, kai te mihi. I'm Joan Ropiha. On my mum's side, I am my parents are Paul and Wai Ropiha. My dad's from here. His mum was Hine Kaitani Taitu. She was from here. Because of her, I'm a landowner here, land next door and at the back here. My great-grandfather was Tohi Taitu, and his name is on the Tohu Aroha Kohatu Kei Wahura. And this is my dad's side. My dad's father is Himiona Ropiha, also known as Simeon Ropiha from Whakatau. And my great-great-grandfather is Hirini Hautai from Iritia. And those are my whakapapa links here. But on my mum's side, I'm Rongo Mawahine, Tūturu staunch. And that's my grandparents are running Hine Bell. My nanny was Hine Pihinga Kara from Mahanga. And my grandfather is Roger Timikara Te Wai Bell, and he's from the Te Kiwi block. His grandfather was Te Matunga here, also known as Te Matunga Tamati, who was buried at Iritia. And he was the one who was responsible for the logs at Iritia. So that's my whakapapa. Also, my Ropiha name comes through Whakaki, through Ngāti Awa and Whakitane. My tipuna was Penuho Ropiha. He came down and he married two women, one from Whakaki, which is where I come from, Mihi Hautai, and another woman from Iritia. So I go back 6 generations here, not Wairoa Rohi. And but my journey started when I was born here, and I went to North Clyde School and Opotama School in Mahia. My dad was from here, but he saw the strength of my mother's side, so he was him that made us go back and forth between Wairoa and Mahana. And my daughter's doing the same too. So I'm the oldest of 11 children from my parents, so I had to share with everybody. My job was, I was never, in my family, the ethics that my dad taught me from here was not one of us could be well off, we all had to be well off. If all of us had nice clothes, they had to be shared with the rest. And that's how I was brought up. I'm also one of the 8 oldest, about 800 grandchildren from our grandparents from Rauhina from Meihana. So I was the 8th eldest, so my job was chief babysitter. So some of my cousins will tell you how tough I can be when I need to be. My parents left when I was 12 years old. They were advised it wasn't easy to bring up a large family here. They were advised by the Ministry of Māori Affairs at the time, the Department of Māori Affairs at the time. Mum and Dad wanted to build a house out of Meihana. They said, no, it's no good for your kids, they need to be educated. So my dad's strategy for all his kids was to be educated, and I was the first one. So his strategy was that we went away, a whole heap of families moved away from here, from Whakatau, from Uhaka, from Wairau, and we all grew up together in Tokoro, the big smoke of Tokoro, that's where my father took us. But I went on to have to follow that strategy of being the first one out the gate, to be highly educated. Got school cert, UE, and I had 2 master's degrees. And 2 weeks ago I got accepted for PhD studies in biochemistry and native plants. And so that's the work. So I'm an analyst, I do my homework, I study hard before I make any decisions about anything. Sometimes I do get things wrong, but it's not costly. I came home at the age of 12, we left, but the vision for me was set way back then. So my journey started off, I'm the clever one in our family, but I'm not very good at making jokes. So you're supposed to laugh at me, but it's okay. So my mum and my parents gave me to my old people at Meihana. That's where my heart is the Wahine at Meihana. I grew up in my marae there, and my old people saw me as being a clever one. So I was sent to school to learn the Pākehā way. My aunties and uncles had to dress me, do my hair in ribbons and make my lunch. So I got sent to school to learn. There's all my cousins went to school to eat everybody else's lunches. But you're laughing then. So that was my journey was set. And my nannies all said to me, your job is go in the big wide world, learn about that Pākehā world and come back and tell us. So that's what I did. I've spent most of my professional life, my first part of my, at the age of 12 years old, when we left, it broke my heart leaving here. I loved Wairau. I grew up all along here. And it broke my heart to leave here. It broke my heart to leave my old people, my nannies. But the vision was set for me back then that I was going to come back home and be financially and economically independent and self-sufficient. So that took 30 years to do. I got all the skills to do it. I developed all the skills to do that. But what ended up happening was when I was in Wellington was that my background is in policy. My professional background is in policy, treaty policy, compliance. And I've got 2 minutes left or 5. No more, right. So my vision for here is a collective, so the way I see the treaty settlement is it has the potential for us to organise at a collective level within the kāhui and across all of the kāhui. And my vision for here is a collective enterprise and socio-economic development for our people. Kia ora tātou.
Ka pai koutou. So going forward from here, as we did this morning, is to let our pakeke out to vote first, so they're not standing around in line, and then everyone come up when you're ready. It is squeeze 3 o'clock, finish. So we've got approximately an hour to get through everyone. Okay? Once I feel everyone's done, I'll come and check. And if we need to close it early, I will. But if people want to take their time to vote, you've got to 3 p.m. to vote. Okay? Kia ora. Kia ora tātou, last call for votes. Everyone's voted? I declare the elections for the TToTW representative on behalf of Te Whakakinui Trust be closed. And just before I sit down, he mihi tēnei ki te whānau te wairo, o Whakakinui Arua, pēri hita nau a Haukāinga kia hara mai ki whakarikiriki i tēnei āhuatanga. He mihi tēnei kia koutou, kia koutou hei te wenerei ka tuku nau te pānu kia pēri me ngā mea I tū. So I'll send the official declaration to the nominees, the ones that were nominated over the last few days, and the trust as well, all at the same time, so you get the information at the same time, and that'll be on Wednesday afternoon sometime. I'll meet with Peri and Heta following here to give the trust board office access for me to communicate in regards to the registrations they are holding. And then following that, I'll send a declaration, and that's my part completed for this process on behalf of you guys. Ole, kia ora tātou.
Kāre anō e mutu e tō mai, kei te haere tonu tō mahi tai atu rā ki te wenene, engari he tū tēnei e ki rā kia whakaaro kapo hea mai rā ki te mihi kia koera. A tēnā koe Meihana, a tēnā koe mai o tēnā pito o tātou o kahungunu nei, o mahu, kei te mihi. Tāu nei mahi e, kāre he mahi māma tēnā mahi kia noho kei waitu I teipu. Hoi anō ko koe tēnā. No reira, tēnā koe e whakarangatira hia I tēnei ngā whakahaere o ngā pōtitanga mai tō mai ena nahira, kai hoki rā ki tēnei wā, kai te mihi, kai te mihi, kai te mihi rawa atu. Some of you might have seen on the advert that there was a third resolution. So there were 3 resolutions for this special general meeting. The first one was an announcement in terms of the Marae elections. The second resolution was to have run this election. The third resolution was to seek an amendment in terms of Schedule 2 of our trustees in relation to changing for the future towards postal nominations and postal voting. We've been advised by Chaplain Tripp, the lawyers, that that third resolution cannot be done at this hui. It's in breach of Schedule 5, which is a special process that is set around any amendments to the trustee. That said, it would fall for the new trustees over the next 4 years, once we've heard the success of the elections, that will be their money. I guess part of the logic around doing that is between now and over the next 4 years, those new trustees will see other amendments that are required in terms of our trustee moving forward. And those can be brought together around whether or not it is the wish of all of us, all of the people, to have postal nominations and to have postal voting in forward elections 4 years hence. And also, I guess, in terms of our Marae elections. But mako tau e nā whakaaro. So that's an explanation around the special resolutions that were advertised and that were part of this special general meeting today. I guess the last part I want to do, on behalf of our trust, myself and Heta, I'm going to ask those who stepped forward at Iwitea, at Whakaki, at Te Rauhina, and also today. I'm going to ask you to come up to the front, please. The people want to see you, this house wants to see you again. Ora mai kai no. Ora mai kai no. Ai tūru ngā kau. No mai eko. Anybody can sit in here.
Yep, come along.
Do you need to speak? Call.
The reason for doing this. Ai, kai te kanuhi, kia kanuhi mai ki te ai tō whatu. For our house and for our people to be able to see you. Part of what we do today is about how do we bring ourselves together. This is mine and Heta's sunset. Ai, and so what we're wanting to do is we want to mihi ki tēnā, ki tēnā, ki tēnā. Tai atirai te rārangi tangata, me ki rai rārangi, rangatirai noho. We want to mihi to you for stepping forward. Tō mai a kia mihi pēni. Kai runga ta kaupapa e whakatūria mai rei a tata. We want to see you up here, we want to say, ka mihi. Thank you for putting the foot forward. Me tu ai tōringa. Thank you for bringing our whānau in behind you. Kia tautoko mai rai o koutou tō tūnga. This is about kia tui tui. Aha koa i o na mutunga. No matter the result, our people get to see your courage, your pukenga, tāu kanohi, e noho kai mua i a rātai. Me ki rā tēnei whare tikuna o tata. Ka tika e nei tikanga. Mai rāno e nei. Kai te mihi, kai te mihi. The other part that Heta and I would like to do is to say, whatever the result, anei rā, our trustees, in amongst here are our trustees for the future moving forward. And we want to say to you, look to your left. Tirohia ki te taha Māui, tirohia ki te taha Mata. Look to your left, look to your right. Because straight away you see a cadre of rangatira who have stepped forward with their pukenga and with the support of the people. Look at them first and foremost in terms of the way ahead. Hey, mehe piki he. Tirohia kai roto nei ngā pukenga rangatira e roho nei. Hei manaki mai ia koutou. Koina. Ko mai te paki moina rei. Oh. Only my wife has to tell me to sit down.
I'd just like to thank the Kauzia for being our leader for all these hui, leading us through this process. He's been an inspiration to us, the Haukāinga. He's been we've actually deputy chair for TToTW, and he's guided our trustees through the process for 2 years. And I hold him in high regard, Kazi, for the mahi he has done for TToTW, for everyone here. He has done a lot of mahi. And I'd like to wish the candidates here all the best for the elections, and kia ora, whoever gets in, ka pai. Okay? So, yeah, no I get. Kia ora.
We're going to find out the results probably in the paper, on these Facebook pages. But somehow we will find out, but we won't be all together when we find out. Hey, and I guess the other part is our trustees will come together once we get the results, and then they'll need to start planning and pushing ahead and working and having that strong representation for us at the TToTW table. Hey, and it must be all joined up and connected. Kia kotahi mai rei a tata. And so I want to say, probably the reflection is, aneira he karakia makota. and I reflect back, it's almost like the taimera e sini, ke hoki mai ke piko piko ofiti. We go back to the time of our waka. E ona wehinga ki rai atia. The departure of our Whakatau kitimu from piko piko ofiti. And might I say that this is part of our journey moving forward. He waka e kēnoa. We are all joined on this waka. E tū ki te kai o te waka kia pākia koe ngā ngaru o te wā. And it's for you to stand on the kai of our waka and to guide the rest of us forward. E tū ki te kai, kia kaha koe. And if you do that aptly, then you'll feel the bite of the spray of the future on your faces. Mō tātou. Tū mai awa tū mai mōna ko koe takahia no te au tupai au nuku tupai au rangi whatikirunga whatikiraru uru māranga. Pero ki rā taku mananui a tāne katatau atu ki roto nuku ngai ere mai a whiwhia mai a rā wea mai a whakataka ia. Ka takata hoki rā wea koro i runga koro i raro koro i tāwhiri mātea. Ki ko ora hoki ko e tū mai a e ka hura tatama te aru uru i ka hura tatama te aru oroa. Te ka waka nuku, te ka waka rangi, te aia nuku, te aia rangi. Te huru kurukuru mai te puki hoki, te kawai au te tere. Kawai au nuku, kawai au tae tō koko hiri tea. Hoa atu waka ki uta, hoa atu waka ki wahu. Ngaru hinga atu, ngaru hinga mai, kai runga tamata wahane, kai rara tamata tāne. Eke hoki nawe. Tēnei tā waka ka whakairia, ko tā ki tumu tā waka e, ko tamate ariki nui te tangata. Eke pānuku, eke tangaroa. Haumi e, hui e! Tai e! Tēnei au, ke tuku mai te rākau, ki te Haukāinga nei, ki te ahi kāroa. Tēnā koutou e manaki mai tēnei hui. O tatai, anei rātau mihi ki o koutou katoa te Rauhina. O ke hitu o ngā motu, tēnā koutou ka tukunatu.
Tēnā koe te rangatira. Kei te mihi ki a koe moto ke te mātauranga i whakaputu i mui a mātau ki te piki a ki runga, ki te ki i te ngā kau o tātou kua tai mai nei. Nō reira, kei a koe te mana, kei a koe te aroha mai. Ngauri a te tipuna ki a koe, me ki a koutou hoki. Mā te atu e manaki ki a koutou i roti o koutou mahi. Mai tēnei rangi, ki ngā wāhi katoa, ki ngā mahi katoa, ki ngā wā katoa. Hei manaki ki a koutou. Tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou. Maranga mai te iwi o ngā motu, ki a kaha, ki a toa, I roto i tēnei wā. Nō reira rā e te iwi, a whina te amatou. Ko tēnei te ropu nei, e ringa rapa e. Nō reira e te iwi, kia ora rā. E te iwi, kia ora. Nō reira, tēnā koutou, kia ora tātou katoa.
Have you ever know a Bob? Bob's just sort of giving he's going like this. Okay, so we're trilingual. And what he's really saying is that at the back here we've got Zach with the camera, and Zach's going to set up there on the arm there, and we're all going to be at the front of the house, and we are going to go down in history.